Wait, what's going on here? Ugh, the proportions are all messed up. Why is drawing so hard? Wah! I think as artists we've all been there. Or is it just me? Am I the only one that suffers? Anyways, getting to the main topic of this video, drawing. And drawing being a big part of art. Art being, let's use for example, a can of worms. About 75% of that can of worms, I would say, is drawing. And here's what I mean about drawing being the 75% chunk of the can of worms that art is that just in drawing alone, there are so many basics and fundamentals you need to learn. And you're probably thinking, oh, pish posh, I don't need to learn the fundamentals. That's all boring. Who wants to learn that? Blah. Well, unless you want to start drawing Spider-Man correctly, well, then I suggest you get to it. And, for example, just, learning how to draw, I don't know, hands, people, poses, objects, anything. You need to learn basic shapes. And I'm sorry, I know, nobody likes them. But in order to actually make something that looks good and not make Spider-Man look like a jellyfish, then, there you are. Spider-Man is a jellyfish. And not, greatly structured, perfect posed Spider-Man. And you know how they draw that? They use basic shapes and fundamentals and all the basics you need to know, because if you don't, well, then you're cooked. And I'm serious, because I've gone through the same thing. Anyways, getting back on track. Also, besides learning the fundamentals, everyone's favorite. But the nice thing is, once you master these, you could pretty much draw anything you wanted. I myself still haven't mastered them, but with the things I've learned, super duper helpful. Speaking of getting help, especially with drawing, YouTube is a great place to start. And if you don't have YouTube, then I would suggest asking someone you know is really good at art and drawing and stuff, and ask them for advice. Anyways, back to YouTube, which is what this video is streaming on. And let me tell ya, there are a lot of art content creators. And this being the fact, some of them probably have good information, and some probably give bad advice. But then again, I feel like art YouTubers mostly give their opinion, because we all have preparations, but sometimes our preparations aren't the actually good thing we need to know or have in our brains stored as knowledge. Anyways, getting back on track. With this platform, YouTube, here are some really amazing creators that honestly give good advice, and before watching them, I didn't know that alcohol markers needed a certain paper. I didn't know that Ohuhu markers were very good quality and affordable, because I ended up buying, no offense, great alcohol markers, Arctic alcohol markers. They're not bad, they're just a little expensive, if you ask me. Anyways, before YouTube as well, I didn't know with alcohol markers that the brush tip was best. When I was buying alcohol markers, I went, the chisel tip can get all the spaces that are big that I need, and the fine tip can get the little areas. Didn't think anything about the brush tip being useful. I just thought it was weird. Not gonna lie. Before YouTube, I would just stare at a reference picture and just kind of copy the lines and never really learn, hey, why does this drawing look like that? How exactly do you draw it? Without, line art. Well, gee, I wonder. Breaking it down into basic shapes. And then you actually learn how to draw what you want to draw. My suggestions for art creators on YouTube would most likely be Allie, Draw Like a Sir, and Shrimpy. My favorite out of these three being Allie. He just got 100K. Woohoo! Anyways, I'm sidetracking again. All of these guys give really good tutorials, in my opinion, on what you should know about how to draw and just do drawing things in general. And anyways, that's all for the video today. If you want more like this, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. Because my goal for this summer is to hit 1,000 subscribers. And if we could get more than that, then I applaud you all. Hope you all have a blessed day. Bye!